Greeting and welcome to the Intensive Success Growth. I am your host, Nishant Sharma. Please give warm welcome to our guest, Ian Peterman. Ian is a helping business and funded startup, podcast host, and author. Welcome, Ian.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Okay, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Yeah, so I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs. I started small family businesses. My father and grandfather are designers. They worked in different industries, and I was pretty young. I was about 12 when I decided that I wanted to develop products and help people do that. I decided I want to run my own company doing it. It took me a while to get there. I went through college and stuff, but yeah, now I run a design firm and I help other people turn their ideas into reality. And that was something I did when I was a kid. I loved inventing things. And so now it's something I do for other people.
Okay, great. What are the top three reasons why do people fail?
I really well in my industry, product startups and stuff, that they usually fail because of bad planning or not planning at all. Quitting, I really that's the only way to really fail, is to quit and quit trying to move forward. Um, and then sometimes, and I've had this happen, laws will change, regulations will change, and what would have been a good product becomes not even possible. So those are usually the three top ways that stop somebody.
Okay. What are your top three success secrets that other can model from you?
Yeah, so I created what I call a Peterman method. It's our approach to consciously designing products, and we use this with all of our clients. And the biggest kind of secret to it all is that we do a lot of upfront research and become really aware of all the impacts that the product's going to have, and we do things like end of life analysis. We make the decision of, what are the materials, sustainability, what is social impact. We decide all of that up front, because I worked on projects that don't do that up front, so they do it after the fact. They're like, oh, we want it to be sustainable now that you've designed it all. And that is way harder to work out than if you do it all up front. So really, that's our secret sauce, is we've built the system, and that's step number one, which really differentiates us in how we approach design.
Okay, great. So, what is your company motto?
Oh, that's a good question. I thought about this one. We don't really have, like, our mission is to help bring sustainable and consciously designed products out there, and to leave the world a better place than we found it. I don't have a good motto, but that's our mission.
Okay, okay. So, who is your ideal client?
Yeah, so we really look to work with people who want to make a difference in the environment and social good, and want to develop a product that can do those things. And so we really look for people that want to make positive change, want to be successful, build a revenue stream, and do all of that with really great products that have positive impact in every level.
Okay. So, how do you find your ideal client?
Really, we get a lot of referrals. So most, I'd say 70-80% of our work is just from referrals, and that's me spending time getting to know other people in the industry. We do networking, and we're constantly out there. We run a blog, we run a podcast, trying to share other people's success stories that are similar to what we want to do and who we want to work with, and that just seems to attract more people, and people end up referring their clients to us to get work done.
Okay. How do you deliver 5-star client experience?
Yeah, so we believe in very much a partner approach to the work that we do. So along the entire process, we're able to help someone from, oh, I have an idea, or a company says we want to launch a product like this. We walk it all the way through until they're making revenue. And so that's our approach, and that's how we give that 5-star level of service, is being able to be a resource and a guide and a partner along the way. And instead of a lot of design companies, they do their little bit and they step aside and they kind of just leave you where you're at. And our goal is to get you all the way through having a product that's actually in the market, actually successful. And we're there to help guide you and bring in other resources and make connections along the way. That's our portfolio of resources and network is really how we are able to do that.
Okay. How do you crush your competition?
How do we crush our competition? Well, it's really in our approach. So we're able to launch new products in under 12 months, which is something that even a lot of small design firms are afraid of and don't usually attempt to do, because it is very accelerated. So not only are we able to create really great products that have a positive impact, that are sustainable, we're able to do it in a pretty quick turnaround, and we're able to guide along the way and launch successful products that way.
Okay. How do you start your day?
I start my day typically with tea or coffee and breakfast, and then start working pretty immediately.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So what are you grateful for today?
Oh, well, today being on this podcast is super great. I'm thankful for that opportunity. And then later today, I don't know when this episode will go live, but later today on this recording, I'm going to be teaching and involved in a discussion around conscious design, something that I wrote. That's what the book I co-authored with. And this is going to be a first opportunity to really share this in front of a group of people. So I'm really excited to do that and have people see conscious design and start talking about it more.
Okay. How young are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, you are 33. You are not 33-year young. You are 18-year young with 14-year experience, more than 14-year experience.
Yeah, I've been doing design work since I was about 14. I've been doing it. So yeah, it's been a while. I'm almost at the 20-year mark.
Yes, great. So what's your favorite book and what is your top 3 learning?
Favorite book and top way of learning?
Yes.
Yeah, so I learning from it, I really enjoy audio. So that I podcast and listening to books. That's usually pretty good for me. And then I think still my favorite book of all time is Lord of the Rings. So it's fiction, but I love it.
Okay, great. So who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
Living mentor. So I don't have any specific mentors. I've been fortunate enough to be around lots of people that have successful businesses that I can learn different pieces from. I have friends who run Facebook ad companies. My father's run companies. So it's all, and I wouldn't say I have a single mentor. I do have more a broad network of people that I ask questions to, and it's always been super, super helpful to have that different perspective.
Okay. Why being impactful is more important to you?
Oh, being impact is such a huge thing, and it's something that working in physical products, I'm super aware of, because products have such a huge impact environmentally and socially. So that impact is kind of ingrained into me as something to think about And so I spend a lot of time because there's a lot of negative impacts that can happen when you do it wrong. So it's spending a lot of time of, well, how do we make it a positive impact? How do we do that? And what's the best way? So that's a lot of my time is spent on that and working with clients to figure out how can we make all kinds of impacts every day. How do we make them the best possible?
Okay, how can we support you?
Well, if anybody's interested in these topics, you can check out our podcast, which is called Conscious Design. I have the book Conscious Designs on Amazon. And of course, if you're launching a product, digital or physical, and this resonates with you, you're wanting to make positive impact and change, then you can, of course, reach out to me on my website, petermanfirm.com, and would love to work with you.
Okay, great. So what would you like to say about your guest experience on this show?
It's been great. I've enjoyed it. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, what's your final word?
My word is really just, if for anybody out there who's trying to launch a new product, it's a journey, and we all know it is. So stick with it, find the right partners, and if you're aiming for a positive impact, you will make it. Just keep going.
Okay, thanks, Ian, for sharing your wisdom with us. On the behalf of our community and team, we really appreciate you. Until the next time, all good wishes to you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Nishant. Have a good one.